Hi everybody, this is Brian at GameSense. This is part 2 of Let's Fix Battlefield 6. Hopefully you can notice that I was able to fix the majority of the visual issues for the gameplay. I had to tweak some settings and stuff. And I'm using the mic today to fix some of the audio issues. So let's get into this. First and foremost, I think we need to change the attachment system. Right now you need about 1,000 kills to max out a weapon. That is way too much. Let's say this game roughly has 50 weapons. You would need 50,000 kills to max out every weapons. That's way too high. Let's knock it down to 2042 Battlefield to where you need 300. I think that'd be a perfect amount. Or they could even just cut it in half to 500. Then I think we should change it to level 1 to 25 should be weapon attachments, and 26 to 50 should be weapon camos. So that way, you realistically, even if they cut it to 500 kills, you'd only need about 250 to actually max out your weapon in terms of attachments. That's a whole lot better than getting 1,000. Considering there's so many guns in the game, that's going to save a lot of people a lot of time. I think they definitely need to add a proximity chat. It's been a big thing in Call of Duty, so why not add it here? I mean, it makes sense. People love it. People love talking trash. I mean, that's the best part of these games. I mean, let's be honest. Especially back on the PS3, PS4 generations, everyone just talked trash to each other. I mean, hey, that's the point of playing these games, is to get good and talk trash to people who aren't, and even if you're just messing around, it's still fun to do. Also, add the ability for bigger groups to play together. Maybe get some groups of 6 or 8, something, something with a round number, or even groups of 5 if you want. But something bigger than 4. I just feel like it's needed. Big groups, big games, need some bigger groups for you and your friends. Also, add the ability to take community or portal maps, and let's verify if they're going to stick to the point of only doing 2 maps per season, so 2 maps for every 3 months. Then let's verify 2, 5, 10 of community maps. Let's see what the creators on this game have to offer. If you're short on content, you verify some players' maps that not only are appropriate but are different and fun, and you could toss them in. Maybe even add a different search queue for like community maps, so that way when you're just doing your little playlist and you have everything selected, maybe it can add a few more little just weird things just to kind of break the monotonous doing the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, come on. Some people have created just little racing games in some of these maps. I mean, hey, not saying it'd be great, but fill some of the void for the lack of content, especially in between these seasons. Because what happens if we don't like? Well, people don't like season 1. What happens if people don't like season 2? But if the community content's good, that's really going to tide us over until they really start fixing this game. I'd like to see more guns added to the game. Maybe add some old school Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 guns. Yeah, I think this game needs it. I think this game needs better guns with different stats. Instead of just the 25, the 20, and the 33, let's get like a different group in there with like 22, 24, 27. Thing that I think is missing in this game, and it's a big one. What happened to shooting while being revived? That was like an awesome feature of the beta. that needs to come back, and that needs to come back now. I don't know why it wasn't brought back, but they literally had like commercials, I think, of people doing it. It was in the beta. That's all you saw people doing. It was fun as hell. Your buddy could revive you, so that would reward him with a revive. You wouldn't get a death, and you could possibly get a kill. I mean, that's a win-win for everybody, except for the dude getting shot. Also, add the ability or fix the abilities. Like when you request ammo and they give you ammo, and the game doesn't let you pick it up. Because there was a time the other day, I had a light machine gun, I had 7 rounds left. I had no spare magazine. Well, the game wouldn't let me pick up the ammo that was dropped for me that I requested until I shot those 7 rounds. Then I was able to pick it up. So maybe allow us to pick up an extra mag when they drop it, ammo. So that way, if we shoot those 7 rounds, then we get like our mags back or something. I don't know. Just I wonder if that's the only broken ability in the game, but I doubt it. Um, well, a big thing for me is what happened to the destruction and buildings collapsing. Like I remember during Battlefield 3, 2042, like even during the beta of this game, we would see grenade launchers like level up the side of a building and stuff, which was pretty cool. You don't really see that in the real game. Um, and let's bring like buildings and skyscrapers collapsing. Like this game don't really seem to have a lot of destruction in it for a Battlefield game. I mean, I got this game for $35 and kind of sometimes feel like I should only spend 20 on it because it's got a lot of stuff missing. And I kind of feel bad for the people who paid $70 for it. Like, where are the game leaderboards? Like, I want to compare my stats to my friend's stats. I want to see how I do versus, the world leaders. You know, where's the progression menu? Like, I want to see how much XP I need to the next level, so I can kind of guesstimate. Hey, how many kills do I need? How many revives do I need? Stuff like that. Let's see. Yeah. The capturing the flags. What happened to when you captured a flag? Their flag came down the pole, your flag went up the pole. A very small thing, very cool thing. I think it needs that. I think that needs to come back. Small thing, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just something about this is an objective-based game. You want to be rewarded for the objective, and that's a cool thing to watch. Like, oh hey, I'm seeing yours go down and mine go up. That's pretty awesome. Let's stick with that. Like previous games, it's not a big thing, and it's just a little thing, but it makes a difference. It's rewarding, you know. Um, Things that I like to see come back also. Dynamic weather like rain, sandstorm. They could add a random tornado. Just add something to where, not every game feel like you're fighting in the city. I think that'd be pretty good. Help the game out some. Two, I'd simplify the UI. Not everything needs pictures. I think Battlefield 3, 4, even 2042 did it better. Yeah, I think pretty much every game did it better. Let's bring back the ribbons from previous games. Like, in 7 kills in a life with an assault rifle. What was it, like 5 kills in a life with an SMG? Or like 7 kills in a life with a carbine? I think it was like 5 kills in a life with a pistol. Get MVP, second place, third place. Like, bring that back. Because then you get to see rewards in games like, oh hey, you just got a 7 kill streak. Or you just got a 10 kill streak, a 15 kill streak, or you at least got 7 assault rifle kills, and then you got another 7 assault rifle kills, and you got another 7 assault rifle kills, or pistol kills, or carbine, whatever. Like, it's a small thing, but it's rewarding seeing that. Oh, hey, I'm actually like, I was playing a game earlier. I got 40 kills with a light machine gun, and it's just like, oh, I did a thing. Okay, and it's stuff missing from this game that I'm like, huh. I don't like playing this game for more than an hour or two at a time. Never had that problem with any other Battlefield games. I can play other Battlefield games for a day. This one, like, it's just not rewarding. Not to mention, those ribbons give you like 200 XP a piece. So if you could average 5 a match, and you got 200 XP a piece, and that's an extra 1,000 XP. You got people complaining about XP and how it's hard to level up at the beginning and how it's hard to level up at higher levels. An extra 1,000 a match would help. And it'd be rewarding and get people to stay on your game longer. Kind of like a little, adrenaline rush or a dopamine hit, I mean, it's small, but it's kind of what makes this game great, You see all the Call of Duty challenges, this game has ribbons, and this game seems to forgot about that. And it needs it. Because honestly, I think the multiplayer in this game is getting pretty bad. Because quite a lot of instances, I'm dying clearly around corners, behind cover. Bullets that I fire go missing and result in no hit registration. Enemies killing me with one bullet, or all the damage being loaded to a super bullet delivered at once, killing me in one frame. Apparently, DICE knows about that because that was the thing in the beta, so they're looking into that. Third-person animations not lining up with first-person perspectives. Like, you got enemies on your screen that aren't looking at you, but their guns are firing and you're taking damage from them. It's just getting quite annoying. I've seen a fair bit of comments on social media before the holidays from developers saying they're working on this and it really needs to get sorted out. It really does. Because it's all about kind of like fair play in multiplayer. And it needs to be fair, but that's just buggy. And I know latency will never be 0 milliseconds, but you're never gonna make it like perfect. So unless you're playing Alien, but that'll at least help. Because Battlefield 6's netcode has degraded since the game's launch, and it just needs to get better. And then there's RedSec. Kind of try not to touch on this too long. The game got rushed. The match flow isn't very good. Huge period of downtime. I feel like the missions are really basic. The endings of matches are basically devoid of any tension because the circles are far too large and the players are far too spread out because the pacing is too low. I felt like it should have been delayed probably till at least March. Because loading for weapons you want to rank up is kind of painful in the process of progressing them. It's just far too slow, very similar to how it is with the base game. So it doesn't do a good job of incenting people to stick around. If it had been given more time in development, say 3 to 6 months, And let's say it dropped in March, April, May, or the beginning of the new season with a big marketing push, a big baby 5 to 10, 15 gig update just specifically for it to change it completely. Um, I think you get some players back. Um, and a huge Elite Series marketing campaign that fell flat on its face before Christmas. That's been infinitely postponed. That didn't help. That's not a great look. Um, I think they should just leave it alone for now, and then instead of do like a little update, little update, little update, the center is pretty much dead. I would just in the background just prepare like this massive patch, do this massive marketing ploy for it with a good budget, and then around March, April, May, do a big trailer for it, or do a big free launch, and then show off everything, and then basically make it a brand new game. I am kind of actually sad that I'm having to make a video about fixing Battlefield because I really love the franchise. Like back in the PS3 era, like Battlefield 3, I was in the top 1% of players of the top 1%. I was in the top 1% of the top 1% of Call of Duty 4. I was in the top 3 of the world of Killzone 2. And there were a bunch of other shooters I was in the top 1% of. I feel like this game is trying to do too much rather than focus on what makes Battlefield Battlefield and adapt to a formula that opens the door to get new players from other shooters into here like Call of Duty. Instead, they just kind of spread the game way too thin and trying to be Call of Duty, trying to be Battlefield. And this lack of depth, it's missing the key ingredients which make Battlefield special to Battlefield players. It's kind of like I just wanted to give my opinion, and now I kind of want you guys' opinions. Like, I love the game, but I struggle to play it for more than an hour or two at a time. It's still a good game with all its issues, but it's like a whole bunch of small things like fix the time to kill, fix uh, the attachments, fix the amount of XP, fix the amount of kills you need to max out weapons. Just get the game back to Battlefield 3, 4, and even 5, even 2042. 2042 right now is a better game than Battlefield 6. Um, but it had years and years and years of updates. I think they could do in 1 year what it took them 4 years for 2042. And then we could then have 2 and 3 and 4 years after that of just like really great gameplay. But they gotta fix the time to kill. They gotta fix the XP because this game has the blueprint. Like it has the bones. Like add the being able to shoot people and protect the guy who's reviving you. Like it's right there. It's honestly a lot of the stuff they just got to bring back from Battlefield 3 and bring back from the beta. And this game will be so much better. Like, I still think they got to add more recoil and stop making some of the guns lasers. But other than that, the game's not bad. It just has to do a whole bunch of little small tweaks. And I think the game would be perfect. Like, right now, the game's probably a 7 out of 10. It does a whole bunch of small tweaks. I think you can get to a 9. So it has the ability to do it. It's just a matter of is DICE listening to people? Is DICE going to do it? And honestly, I hope so. Because they listened with 2042. 2042 was a train wreck. I have 2042. It took them years to fix that game. But they kept fixing that game for years. That game now is in a much better state than even Battlefield 6 is right now. If they do the same thing to Battlefield 6, Battlefield 6 is going to be amazing in a year. Hopefully sooner. But I am Brian at GameSense. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully the quality has massively improved gameplay wise, because something has been going on with the transfer from the PlayStation to the PC to YouTube, to where the quality has just drastically gone downhill, and I don't know why. I've been working on getting that fixed. I'm using the mic today to try and get the audio fixed. But please like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully see you guys in the chat. Y'all take it easy.